This is Sikandar Basha, Assistant Professor from Vijayanagar College, Hospet. As you know, lockdown should not affect our studies, so we are being go for online study. So today we are going to discuss about a sales management topic, which we have left behind before the lockdown. So today is a very interesting topic, which is called as a sales forecasting. What actually is a sales forecasting? A sales forecasting in simple terms is nothing but predicting about the future. So predicting a future for enterprises better. But it's not an easy task for predicting the future, as we know the prediction sometimes may be good, sometimes may be right, sometimes may be wrong, or sometimes it may usually take a wrong turn. But marketers are urged to do the sales forecasting to know to make the profits out of their their revenue. So that's why the marketers argue that this sales forecasting is both science and art, but actually it is both. It's both science and, as you say, art as well. Now let us see the sales forecasting's horizon. So what are the sales forecasting main particular thing? Steps in the sales forecasting. First, we have, as you can see, defining the objectives to be achieved. What are the objectives of the company that has to be defined? Then dividing the various products into homogeneous group, analyzing the importance of various factors, then selecting the methods. The method is suitable that I will discuss in the next session. Collecting and analyzing the related information, and based on those information, drawing the conclusions, and finally implementing the decision taking. After taking the decision, reviewing and revising the sales forecasting from time to time. This is a steps in sales forecasting. This would be available. This particular step would be available when we end our particular unit of this. Okay. Now let's move to the next which is called as a forecasting horizon. Now basically three forecasting horizons are there. One is called as short term, intermediate term, and as well as the long term. So what actually is this forecasting short term? Short term forecasting is concerned with the inventory management, company's inventory management and production plans. Intermediate forecasting plan is about the sales pattern for different product families of the company. And long term product planning is concerned with the company's capacity needs. Okay. So we move to the next session, which is called as approaches to sales forecasting. We have different methods, hundreds of methods, approaches to do the sales forecasting. Now let us see a study one by one breakdown in that. First is called as a breakdown approach. A breakdown approach of the sales forecasting is made on the basis of general market. So whatever the general market conditions are there, based on the firm's shares, this particular method is done. Breakdown approach is something which is require a lot of efforts. It requires a lot of skills, expertise, people to do this approach. First method, which is called as breakdown approach, and even it is a expensive method as well. Second method is called as a market build approach. So undertaken from product to product. For example, there are different companies have different products, portfolios. So based on that, each product line is being analyzed like on the basis of customer groups and customer geographical areas. That's the second market build approach. Third approach is called as a survey method, as the name itself indicates. A survey method is based on the opinions of the buyers and sellers. First we select the selected potential buyers and consumers, then we collect the opinions from forecast. That is called as a survey method. Fourth method is called as an expert opinion. A company provides the opinion of the executives, consultants who have expert in the knowledge of sales. They are the one who can predict the sales trends as well. They also estimate on the these expert opinion. They give their opinion about what are the possible sales that the firm can generate in the future. Then we have the fifth method, which is called as a historical method. Okay. So historical method, as the name itself again the same indicates, here taking particular future, that is taking the past values, predicting the future. So knowing the past values of the company, what was the sales before 3 years back, and what was the sales before 2 years back, and predicting the future. So in reality, it is not reliable method, because historical method for a new company it is not possible to adopt the historical method. There is also another method which is called as Navy models. The Navy models method are not the same as the historical method. but it is an attempt to give a result of interrelationship with the variables, the variable like price, quantity, demand, and supply. So that's the Navy model. And we have the other method which is called market test method. The name itself again indicates market test method are but where the company is going to allows the management to know how consumer will buy their products by putting those products into the test. That is, testing in the sense they put their products into the test by providing samples and knowing the particular feedback from their customers. Then sales force opinion. Sales force are the best opinion to the companies because they are the people who are constant in touch with the consumers as well as with the wholesalers. So they also estimate the buyer's intention because they have the experience of, they know the taste of the consumers, they know the taste of the wholesalers. So they give the better results for predicting the future of the company, where the direction of economy is heading. For example, if you see, barometric technique is also used today by economists today at COVID situation, where they predict the economic recovery may be taking place around 2 to 3 years. There's no possibility that our economy may stand up now because this is a barometric technique that they use. Even the company also uses the barometric technique method as well. Then we have the other one sort method which is called a statistical method. Statistical method is the last method. Statistical method is the last method which is a superior technique over all other techniques which I had told you. So those are statistical method. We use mathematical models to predict the sales forecasting. One is called prime methods, graphical method, time series method. You have already did this in quantitative techniques and as well as in the managerial economics subject like finding out the trend line, regression line, time series method, so moving average method, method of least square, and all those. Right? So let us move to the advantages of using this particular method. So first advantage is that it acts as a effective planning. Okay, for effective planning of organization, we use sales forecasting method. So because this is a method where we use all the scientific phenomena and we anticipate the future operations of the production, inventory, supply of the capital, and so on. That's the first advantage. Second is for reducing the area of uncertainties. We know that every company have an area of uncertainty like with respect to the cost, capital, production, profits, prices. So once they do this particular activity, they can reduce the area of uncertainty. Third is making and revealing of continuous evaluation of their operations. So it's a particular dynamic approach for making this method. Fourth is for efficient managerial control. This particular sales forecasting method acts as a tool for controlling resources of the company. That is the advantages. So with the advantages, we even have the disadvantages. That is, the company always faces some disadvantages as well. What are these disadvantages? Disadvantages are very common. Like so, all forecasters are subjected to certain degree of errors as well, right? So all forecastings are subjected to certain kind of error. What kind of error? Error in the sense that is we use mathematics, we use logic, we use statistics. Even though apart from that, guesswork cannot be done in the forecasting. Some of them are guesswork, like we take opinion polls, we take sales force opinion. So all these are guesswork. Guesswork cannot be used for your quantitative techniques. So only quantitative technique can be helpful for your giving the better results. Second disadvantage is that managers often neglect to examine whether the forecasts are supported by reliable information. Sometimes the information is brought under the pressure from managers or under pressure from the sales force, and the reason why this particular information might not be helpful for predicting the future. Under the pressure, they might give the wrong information, and that wrong information may lead to sales forecasting increase. Okay. So, and we have the next session, which is called as why we need to study this particular sales forecasting and why the company has to do this sales forecasting. So the company has to do this sales forecasting because it is necessary to increase their profit. They have to do this. To increase the revenue, they have to do this. To increase the customer base, they have to do this. To retain the more customers, they have to do this. To raise the necessary cash for the investment, they have to do this. To establish the capacity and output level, they have to do this. To acquire the stock of the right amount of the supply, they have to do this. To hire the required number of people, they have to do this. So this is about one particular topic which is called sales forecasting, which I feel is very most. Okay, so here is a PDF. Here is the PPT format of the notes which I am going to attach for the video, the same video for the sales forecasting. As I told you, there are further information included in this particular slides, where you can see the different definitions given by the different authors. But as we know, the sales forecasting is something which is analysis, right? And it's also nothing but predicting the future, but predicting the future which is in a systematic way. So as I told, the marketers argue whether this is art or science, but according to me, it is both. So as I told you, the sales steps in sales forecasting: first, defining the objectives to be achieved. What are the objectives you are going to achieve? Whether you want to achieve the profit, you want to achieve the sales, or whether you want to achieve the wealth, that have to be defined first. Then dividing the various products into homogeneous group. As you know, some products are divided. Suppose you take a company based with FMCG, it has to be divided into FMCG, electronic goods, automobiles, likewise. So they have to divide those products into homogeneous group. Then analyzing the importance of those factors to be considered for sales forecasting. Which particular category of homogeneous group of product you want to do the sales forecasting, that has to be there. Then select the particular methods. The methods which I had already told you, we use both quantitative methods or non-quantitative methods. Non-quantitative methods which include the logical way of thinking, and the quantitative methods are those where the statistical tools are used for predicting the sales forecasting. Then after analyzing and collecting the related information, we should draw the conclusion and implement the decision making, and finally review and revise the sales forecasting from time to time. And as I told you, it's the same thing, forecasting horizon. There are many deep forecasting horizons out there in a company. One is short term, intermediate term, and long term. Short term forecasting horizon is made to know the inventory level, production plans. Intermediate is forecasting is done to know the sales patterns, and the long term forecasting is done to know the capacity rates of the company. As I told you, there are approaches to sales forecasting. That is called as a methods of sales forecasting. It's most important concept question in the exam point of view. So first is breakdown approach, as I explained by BU. So this is a version of notes. First is market down approach based on market going rate. Forecasting is done. Second, market build approach based on the different product lines. Then we have survey methods based on the survey made on buyers and consumers. Expert opinions, those are invented by the companies. Historical method uses the past data. Navy models also uses the past data. A market test method where the samples are given to the customers to check the effectiveness of their sales, and the sales force opinion, who are the heart of the organization. These sales force opinion are those who are having constant touch with both organization, customers, and wholesalers. And we have the barometric techniques as well. As I told, it's a statistical time series method which provides an indication where the direction of the economy is heading. So based on the economy, this prediction is also made. Econometric models are also there where the mathematical and statistical techniques are being used. And as those statistical techniques are also used based on trend methods, graphical methods, and time series method. We use all this, but you just need to write the theory, not really write any practical all of this. Okay, as I told you, what are the advantages of this? I told first is for effective planning, we use sales forecasting. For reducing the area of uncertainty, we use sales forecasting. And reviewing for continuous of decision, we use this. And for efficient managerial control, it acts as a tool of managerial control tool. That's the advantage of this. Limitation, that is the disadvantage of having this sales forecasting, is that if the company doesn't do the sales forecasting, what it will happen? So let's speak about disadvantage. Sometimes forecasting is done which may subject to the error. Error occurs because of the guesswork. Guesswork is done because of the logical thinking. So sometimes logical thinking may work, may not work. But quantitative technique may work out because it is the exact result. Sometimes the manager also neglect the results like information. So they may get the available information from opinions which are under pressure. So this is the steps in forecasting: understand the problem, develop the groundwork, select and analyze the data, and estimating future events. And why it is necessary, I have told you, to increase. So we have to add increase, that is a company If they do sales forecasting, they may be able to increase the profits, revenue, customer base. They get more customers, they get cash for their investments, they can improve their capacity and output levels, they acquire the stocks for the right amount of supply, and you have the required amount of the equal mass. So this is about the sales forecasting. We will meet in the next session. It's called as sales forecasting.